Hi, welcome to Beer-Gineers. I'm Emmett. Today, I'm quite excited about this beer. I'll show you what it is first of all, and I'll tell you why I'm excited. Old Speckled Hen. This comes in at what? 4.8% English Pale Ale. Now, you can see this everywhere. This is all around. Now, the reason I'm excited about it, it's a long time since I've actually tried this. And when I come over to England first, about more than 25, 26 years ago, first jaunts over here, I was surprised at how good the pubs were. I thought Ireland had the best pubs in the world. Well, still does really. But England pubs, can't knock a lot of them. And it's one thing, I suppose, I used to, ever saw this on tap, which I haven't seen it in quite a long time, hand pulled, real ale style. It was one I always went to, and I used to get it in the bottles a lot. It was quite I remember really enjoying it. Now, I don't know if it's the same as Good Bit Time afterwards. Done the same recipe or what. I haven't done any research on it. So I want to see what it is. It just reminds me, one thing I wanted to mention, that my thoughts on beer and pubs more than beer, I think is really, for me, is social as well. It's about getting out, talking to people. I'd rather go out to a pub with people, talking to them, drinking not so good a beer, than be at home drinking a great beer, which is the opposite to what I think Nick mentioned earlier a couple of reviews ago, that rather than go to a pub and talk to people, not a fan of that. Talking to people and stuff, he'd much rather sit at home in a dark room drinking a really good beer. Ig as well. Him and Ig were saying that. So I'm the opposite to that. I like meeting people, talking to people, and going out to pubs. I love going to pubs. So yeah, I think, don't listen to Nick. He likes sitting at home drinking a beer. Very special beer is precious. I'm more, I think, pubs are, if you don't use pubs, you're gonna lose them. So don't stay at home. Go to the pub. Just wished they did. If pubs sold beers like Day, I came across one in London recently actually. Had Day on tap. Wrote Steady Rolling Man. I was quite surprised. But pubs are pubs. Find some good ones with decent beers, good real ales. Can't beat a good real ale if it's nice and fresh and looked after properly. A lot of effort goes into those. Real ale or fresh beer, I suppose you could call it. Anyway, enough nattering. Let me harken back to the olden days and see if this reminds me, how this stands up to the past. So it's a light, sort of, what would I call that? Sort of close to reddish, nearly. It's a browny red type. Quite clear, crystal clear. Slightly off-white head. Going to sort of slightly touch a tan nearly. Nose on it. Getting malt and sort of a weedy type smell off it, to be honest. That's what I'm getting. That's about it though. Malts. I can see there's carbonation in there. Let's go see what it tastes like, shall we? There's less taste to it than I remember. It's mostly malty. There's hop bitterness in there as well. It's just, before I say it, let me think about it. It's fairly quaffable. There's not a lot. There's not a huge amount of taste to it, but it's nice. That reminds. Yeah, the taste is there. The old Speckled Hen taste. I think they've changed this a bit since I've had it many years ago. I seem to remember it being a bit more body to it, a bit more taste to it. Maybe my tastes have changed since then, or maybe I'm used to more hardcore beers with lots of burst in my taste. But yeah, it's like there's an interruption there. So I was saying it's like there's a malty, I suppose a malty caramel type flavour to it, which isn't bad. It's better than drinking a lager, I suppose. More taste to it. Yeah, it's all right. I'll give that a 5.5. I was worried that was going to be atrocious, but it's all right. Not too bad. That's all Speckled Hen. 4.8%. I'm sure that's a bit weaker than it used to be. I thought it was 5. Maybe not. Anyway, so all Speckled Hen. Not as good as I remember, but not that bad. Catch you next time.